Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Apologies for the delay there. It seems the universe does not want us to stream the last match day of the Apex Legends Spark series, but we're back. We're back. Hopefully, more stable, and we're able to stream this next game a little bit better. But yeah, let's talk about the previous game. Because wow, oh, never mind. We won't be talking about the previous game because the next game is coming up. Match 2, Division B versus Division E. So, NRT took it last game. Seen them again. Very similar drop. This is going to be really interesting. It'd be really interesting to see, I guess, what teams are going to do differently because, it's so tough when a team like NRT is in your lobby. But they're obviously not the only strong team. So, what do you expect to see based on what happened last match? What do you think people are going to do differently?
Well, just taking a look at the map right now and seeing how people jump, there were a few teams that probably contested them at Tree, or there were some teams that contested them on that side of the map, and it looks like, some teams decided to just not land on that side of the map. Maybe they have other rotations that they decided to make. So it looks like, NRT is going to have to make a lot of moves to really get into a position to actually fight and engage people. With how the ring ended up, pulling, looks like Dream Team actually just going down instantly. I don't know who that was to shoot them. Looks like RIT Vavi was able to take down Alchemy City real quick and finish that kill. So now we have a solo in the lobby.
And solo right at the start, not feel great.
No. Not at all.
Here we see kind of slow, moving kind of fast here on the kills. Almost picks up one. The shield is there. The Loba ultimate comes out to get maybe some armor swaps, maybe steal some of their ammo and resources. Because they do have him pinched in the building. Penguis here picks up Sigma. That's going to be a kill over to kind of slow, but they've got a whole rest of the fight to take care of. It's going to be some damage onto the other team here.
Yeah, and that Loba play was actually a really smart move. I mean, if they were able to get a good amount of ammo out of there from the other team, it just seems like right now you just have to fight them a little bit, do a little bit of scrimming, and then just starve them as it's only a 2v3 right now.
We have me pushing up. That's going to be a lot of damage. He's coming up onto the roof.
The Gibby. He's able to take the Gibby down. Wow, nice. Very nice.
Really smart here, trying to punch them out of the Gibraltar bubble, but it won't matter. That is going to be the full squad wipe going over to kind of slow, and they're feeling pretty good about that start.
Yeah, that's a nice little start to have, like one, land in an area with a good amount of loot, be able to deny the team any loot at all, and then be able to pick up some good shields and get tons of ammo on the way out. Excellent play by kind of slow.
And talk about like interesting dynamics with some of these compositions, right? The Loba play there, they
yeah, absolutely. They were just able to really just stay on top of it. It's a really quick moving play to think about to be able to do that at first. It seems that we might have lost connection to our stream at this time. We were having some issues with networking, so as soon as we're able to, we will try and connect back to that. But like just speaking on this lobby in general, just seeing, like how some teams are going to have to react to that. We did see at the beginning, all those teams dropped away from, NRT, essentially starving them for a few minutes of any KP while the rest of these teams fight it out. We were able to hop back on. I believe as we hop back in, we may not be able to see some of our team names. So bear with us. We have RIT Orange right here, so we do have some teams.
And immediate aggression
Van
here.
Taking some damage.
And actually going down.
Away. Oof. This is going to be really hard for RIT Orange, as these other teams are pushing in fast to try and close on that KP. As they get one down, it's a trade. Gibby takes some serious damage. Ooh, nice shot.
The close range longbow, you love to see it. There's going to be the Gibby bubble into the res. They did get enough damage out there, traded it out so that they have a chance at this. And we're trying to see if we can find the other squad, but we're over here looking at a slightly different part of the map. SJSU Spartan here fighting a literally uphill battle. Looks like they're going to reposition a bit here and try to find a better way to take that hill.
Yeah, SJSU Spartan was a team that really didn't have to play too difficult today. They were already, I believe, in the top 10. So, just being in the top 10 and also missing a week of play, they're able to, get into that position by just playing, three days of play instead of 4. So for them, right here, they probably just need to play for placement. They're in the ring. They've got some good positions and may have a couple of fights just getting towards center ring. But I'm really confident SJSU will probably be one of the final teams in the ring.
Yeah, I think I misspoke, actually. They have no reason to push that hill. They're sitting comfy there, and it looks like they were actually fending off a duo squad, so even easier ordeal for them to deal with. And here we see RIT once again. Looks like they made it out.
Yeah, RIT was able to make it out, get some good loot from their kills, and I think they're just going to maybe just take a hard rotate and get towards these tunnels up here, which would actually be a really good position if the ring starts to close in on where they're at. So hopefully we will be able to see a team with a ring legend, so we can maybe get some good intel on where this next ring is and see what good placement some of these teams have decided to make.
Absolutely. And here we're checking out CU Black, who is down to a duo Exorcist and Faster, the last members on the team for this round. 13 squads left, and it looks like RIT found themselves another fight here. They're pushing up on a charge rifle. There's the scan. They don't seem to want to commit to this quite yet. RIT Van Wheel's backing up a little bit. Iowa State.
That was Iowa State that they were shooting at, and Iowa State just gonna want to get out of there right away. Definitely playing a ring legend, when they have Watson on them, so they are definitely cautious and careful about where they sit up and stay.
Yeah, with that Watson crypto, they're more than happy to just sit in a building, scope it out, make sure they're not getting hard pushed from any angle that they're not okay taking a fight with.
Absolutely. Cyclones JV just chilling in Fissure, just right on the edge of the ring. This is a really good spot, Lava Fissure, because there's not too many places for teams to go, to their immediate right and, left or right, and behind them. They have just kind of like a really good spot right there on the edge of the ring.
Oh, it looks like Epicenter might get bloody here, but there's actually someone coming up. We're watching Kaiser Blue here. Luabetic taking a lot of damage. That's going to be the Gibby bubble down, trying to give them some time, but they're going to get pushed on hard. The Octane here, picking up tons of damage, but actually has to go on the retreat. He doesn't get taken down quite yet. Typical Octane things.
Octane and Gibby made it with the skin of their teeth.
The ultimate comes out, but that is the zone starting to burn them down. That is going to KU incredible position. Hit is thrown out. And that is going to be actually KU making it out. Lando, the last man standing for Kaiser White, excuse me.
Yeah.
Damn, that got crazy really, really fast. And we did see that 3 squads were collapsing there all at once, right as the circle's closing. And once again, we're seeing that same sort of scenario where the circle close is going to take them down. But actually, as we swap over to a different team, Cyclones are the ones getting taken down instead. That's going to be the cleanup onto J Shits. Is that? Yeah, correct. Okay.
J Schlitz, I believe.
J Schlitz. Trangler. Wow, these names are incredible. Trangler here, trying to reposition here. It takes a little bit of lava damage. They know that their teammate is lost, and there's probably no chance at recovery. Going high here, trying to take down this individual on the balloon is Esoteric Gaming, getting some damage.
Yeah, Esoteric was another team that came into this lobby each week playing progressively stronger and stronger, and they are sitting in 7th place, so they don't have much higher they need to go, but they're one of those teams in the lobby that's just able to take anyone down, really, if they put their mind to it. But it looks like Calfon was able to put the kibosh on ISU and finish them off. I noticed there was a couple of teams that all got into engagements and broke off into solos and duos. So we may have a couple of teams that might have just a couple of solos left on them right now. And Esoteric
and
is
once
on
again,
the hunt.
Incredibly important to rat when you're able to. You got one member play for that placement. And I think I'm a little surprised here because we're still seeing a lot of the same. We're seeing a lot of last second collapses on circle that are really damaging some of these teams. SJSU here spotting someone out right at the edge of circle, and now they're going aggressive. Wiki moving up, trying to get some vision. Drops down some shields. They find a Loba ult. You don't want to leave those lying around for your opponents to use, and that is the full restock. They're going to be more than ready to take a fight if they find anyone here. And it's actually kind of slow here, trying to spot them out. I think they're on the other side.
Yeah, I think I'm just exactly on the other side of that icicle is where that other team is. So I think kind of slow kind of knows this. And, you know, I think it would just be really smart to just rotate in the ring right now. A lot of these teams, like you said, are making these last second pushes to ring, and it defeats them every time. Because if a team is already in ring, has a position and you're coming out of ring, you are going to get shredded. They are waiting for you. They know you're there. So these teams really need to focus on getting into these rings and grabbing a spot, because there's only so many teams that can fit in these ring spots.
Absolutely. And here we see, like you're saying, SJSU recognized they got what they needed in our repositioning, but there's the gatekeep. And this is going to be a fight that they have to win to get in, but we know there's another team to the left of them, so they have to take this quick. I'm not sure if they know that. Here, opting for the balloon, maybe as a distraction tactic, and they're the other shots coming from the other side, so they most definitely know that kind of slow is coming up on their left. This might be a bloodbath.
Yeah, definitely. We could see a pinch in here. This could be the start of the collapse of the lobby, as we see 2 or 3 teams really start to move in here, and teams not too far behind them. You know, once the shots start being shot, essentially, that's when the teams start moving in to take engagements, as we hear right here. Kind of slows, pinned them down, and figured out where they're at. Pop the...
And there's the aggression.
The ult here, doing some serious damage just on skin, busting shields, knocking a guy down.
It's still a close fight, though, and that's actually going to be the Bloodhound going down. It's going to be the 1v1 for the clutch. Bingo's repositioning here. Oh, this is so close.
It is, and I think... Oh, no.
Oh.
We make the call. Looks like SJSU is actually going to come in here and clean this up for them.
Yep. And that means that they might have actually just straight up won this engagement. There is the push. SJSU finishes off. Oh, wait, no, that's a different squad. Excuse me. Yeah, they just won that fight nice and clean.
I think there was 2 squads that popped in there, and it was that 1v1, and then SJSU just cleaned that up, actually. I think they might have been a third party on that. That's crazy.
In any case, we're down to the top 7, and it looks like they won't get much of a break because they're going to find another fight. It looks like they might have actually found Kaiser White here out of position. They only have a duo left. Lando with no shields needs to run as fast as possible. And yep, it looks like SJSU is going for the hunt. They haven't found him yet. They do spot out that Watson gate. Looks like they might actually be opting to rotate longside in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that might be a smart play just because of the tunnel. It's just a hard rotation to make, and it looks like Kaiser White's just not going to be able to find anywhere to go, as it kind of made SJSU's decision for them, as they realized that there were some teams that were kind of just waiting for a team to rotate into this area. So
yeah, and I can only assume SJSU was ready for that and was like, nope, no thank you. We'll go the other way and get into top 5.
Yeah, this is just a crazy rotate, hard to make, and it's very rarely uncontested just by how much space, real estate there is on this side of the ring. Remember, they're on the fat side of the ring, so this side of the ring comes in faster, so teams tend to stay away from all of that open area.
And now it looks like Kaiser White is going to have to fully rely on the bamboozle to get them into a better position. 1 man left standing.
Yeah, of all the legends,
if you're gonna bamboozle placement.
Yeah, of all the legends are really solo. I mean, if you wanna bamboozle someone or at least throw some confusion into the mix, Mirage is the one to go with, I guess.
But already top 7, so these squads are feeling pretty good about their placement right now. SJSU, obviously, we've seen them performing incredibly well. Great team to be following, and great decision making, right? It's not just about winning the fights. It's about knowing when to peel out, when to reposition, and when not to get third-partied.
Yeah. And as these teams start to dwindle, we're 7 teams left, the third party becomes, I guess, even more attractive for a lot of the teams that are looking for KP, not necessarily placement, because it's just easier to roll up on a kill than maybe find yourself in the position that NRT's in right now, which NRT's in the middle of the ring, essentially high ground. That's God spot. If they're just able to get shots off and not take any damage, they're looking really, really hot right now.
Yeah, and again, we keep talking about it, but they keep doing it, and that's something that other teams aren't. They're getting this the optimal high ground in these final circle situations. Styx already finds himself with red shields. So, I mean, they're very much slated to probably take another one of these games.
I'm looking at them, and if the observer wants to cycle through them, well, if you look, I'm not sure too many of them have KP or any points or assists right now. So not only do they have some damage, but they haven't even really done anything in the lobby except for realize that they have ring. So as we were saying, whenever they first went down, they were so far from the ring. Instead of looting where they land, they probably rotated as soon as possible, realizing that they were completely out of place. And along the rotate, picked up loot and ended up getting into a fantastic position. As we can see, they only have 3 kills on their teams, what it looks like right now. 6, sorry. But, 3 of those kills are escape, and 3 of them are with Styx. Calfon has not been able to get one yet, so there's only 2 teams that they've wiped out compared to usually, they're wiping out most of the lobby. So those long rotates really did, help other teams in getting KP than it did NRT. So these position of these next teams coming up and who ends up in the final ring is really who's going to win this game right here.
And a familiar face, Iowa here, getting a little greedy here in the middle of the zone, but they made that adjustment, right? They made the mistake last time and rotated too late. They are about as centered as you can get in round 4. And they're actually going to be able to possibly take this building and give themselves a pretty good position for some of these final fights. But right as I say that, Lone Wanderer taking a bunch of damage from behind. That is all of their shields gone, trying to reposition with this phase walk. And back onto the high ground we go with RRT.
Yeah, it's just looking really, really good for NRT in this position as they're just raining down some shots on this team down low.
It's going to be Escape losing all of his shields.
Took some serious damage there as we have a Horizontal right here in front of RIT Orange. They're going to have to back out of that as some nades start to go in.
And a lot of the usual suspects here. But we do have 7 squads left and 16 members. So I believe that probably means a good amount of rats are amongst us.
Yeah, some teams that are in less than ideal situations, and some teams that are obviously clinging to what little life they can muster. Just a minute and 2 seconds left until this ring comes in. We still have 7 squads up. Nobody's wanting to go down. Everybody's wanting this KP, this placement, and just taking shots at each other, draining resources, just trying to find those easy angles they can get in. But it looks like SJSU was able to get Lone Wanderer down as we have Styx going in to push someone.
Yep, and that's going to be trying to walk up to the building, very cautious there, and it does find someone. That's going to be a lot of damage. Shields down.
Wow.
Player down, and that is going to be the cleanup onto I-7.
ISU having it rough right there.
And interesting here, I think what must have happened there was Calfon was just tired of taking pock shots from 2 different teams with snipers. It was like, I'm bored, let's go get a kill. I hate shielding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it was just, you're right. He was sick and tired of taking those shots, but I think they identified really early where the solo was and how to get him down. Because for them to all go in at once to take that, they either had known that it was a duo or a solo, because that's a risky 3-man push to make.
Right. And it looks like they might have just had split teammates, because we're actually still at 7 squads. So
yeah, I think
I'm not
you're
sure
correct.
who they
wow,
pushed.
fall down right on someone and finish another. That might have
Oh,
been
that's
his
going to be
split teammate.
Lando. That is going to be the last breath of the team we saw with a brave escape earlier. I believe Kaiser White, if I'm not mistaken. But here we are, ring closing on round 5, and this is going to get crazy. There is the Horizon ult. A lot of damage coming out from escape, but they are on the low ground here. They might have to fight for this. It seems like another team might have position on them. Maybe not. Oh, no. They're actually outside of circle as well, so they're the ones that might get gate kept here. Excuse me. No one down just yet. 3 squads left, though, just like that. I don't know how that happened. Maybe every single solo on the map died all at once, but 3 squads left. We have SJSU with the great reposition from earlier pushing up here. They are sonar detected. And they do have rings.
SJSU is playing great angles and ring. You know, I know that they are definitely in a great position to pull this off. They just have to get through the team leader or through the number 1 team right now. There's also another team. I'm not exactly sure where this other team is. I don't know if it's a rat or if it's a full team here, but you know, really this is what's holding up this fight right here. You don't want to push too early because you're gonna find yourself in a really bad position when that third party comes.
And it is just small enough for them to not want to take this circle right away. There is some damage coming out. Escape here. Finding what might have been the rat. Not actually sure. Actually pops out. Gets a lot of damage down onto them. And that is going to be the full aggression from NRT. But they're taking a lot of damage. Down. It's going to be escape going down. They are able to clean one up. And now 2 squads left. I wonder if it's a rat. It might not be. Aggression was there, and NRT picks up a second game. Wow, what a performance. Yeah,
that last minute and 30 seconds did not play out how I thought it would. There was just so many just split teams and solos on the map that coordinating those final pushes towards NRT and SJSU really just fell apart into nothing. We saw NRT towards the end just one by one methodically just take care of those solos and those duos and then just hold their position. SJSU had really good ankles on NRT, but in the end the push from NRT was just way too much for anyone to handle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they were still playing really well. They were playing very, very patient. But obviously when it came down to it, that was the classic NRT, right? That final circle push is so scary. And they're so good at coordinating these attacks. Even with good position, which I feel like SJSU was not doing too terrible there. Mm-hmm. Once NRT hits the go button, it's probably over for your squad. But props to SJSU. I want to commend them hugely on their reposition earlier, because that's what actually got them to top 2. So here we have a match report of Day 4, Game 2, with NRT picking it up. RIT Orange actually was the last team surviving. So I think that might have been just a random rat that they found.
Yeah, I think that was that solo that we weren't able to identify. Either way, just being able to push in on that last second, you know, trying to close in, you know, good job for them. Able to sneak in there and get a second place. Obviously, 9 placement points is really good. Just trying to keep your team alive and kicking in the top 10.
Yep, and CU Black actually managed to sneak in there as well. I believe during some of those last fights, when there were 7 squads, they managed to squeak in with 1 player left. Esoteric Gaming playing very well. Kaiser White a little bit unlucky. They did their best to run out of that sticky situation and actually ended up doing pretty good on placement thanks to what I can only call the Bamboozle Master. NRT and RIT Orange here still placed first and second. And I mean, look at that damage dealt. Look at those points earned. They are doing incredibly well for themselves, even on Day 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Consistency has been the name of the game for even these 2 teams, you know, but specifically for NRT, of course, you know, we expected it, but RIT and some of these other teams able to pop up today and show what they got. And we're just going to take a quick look at the total kills overall. We have NRT Calphon, NRT Sticks with 82 kills, and on Scion, who's not even playing today, with 69 kills. Nice. But yeah, so at this time, we are going to go take a short media break, and we'll be back with you shortly to host our games 3 and 4. Thank you for sticking with us, and hopefully we'll clear up some of our technical issues during this time. Thank you.